If there's one thing I like doing, it's blowing the lid off the bollocks fed to us by celebrity lovies used to give us a pro-EU story. The latest one being Jamie Oliver in the Times interview. Yeah, Jamie. Bit of a geezer, likeable lad, good chef, famous for presenting salad and chip dishes, and going bust. Yeah, unfortunately, no matter how good Jamie was at cooking, and no matter how much endless publicity he got through his TV programmes, and no matter how many fancy people he grew to know, he still went bust. Yet some chefs have been going 40 years in their own businesses and never faltered. Anyway, let's put that to one side. In an article in Brexit Watch written by leading economist Catherine McBride, she blows the lid off this shit, she really does. And she makes poor old Jamie look a bit of a twerp. Typical of wheeling out a mouthpiece who hasn't done their own work. I'm not going to go down the detail bit, but just to show you, we're going to talk about nanograms. Yeah, not kissograms and not nanas, nanograms. Nanograms are really small particles of something that's inside something else. And in this instance, we're talking about hormones in beef. Jamie's very worried about us leaving the EU. Yeah, bit of a geezer. Very worried about leaving the EU. And we're going to have all these hormones pumped into us. Well, I've got one on a patch pumped into me 3 days a week, and I'm all right. Nanograms, these are really, it's a billionth of a gram. A billionth of a gram of hormones could be in a 500 gram state. 1 billionth of a gram. To give you an idea of what that is in reality, you would have to eat 70 kilos of beef to get the equivalent of hormones that's in one egg. 70 kilos of beef you'd have to eat to get the equivalent hormones that's in one egg. The other thing that Jamie's very worried about is chickens. Chickens! I better make sure I don't do that again, my dogs will kick off. Yeah, antibiotics in chickens. Oh, you don't need to worry again. You don't need to worry for us there, because guess what, in America, they banned that in 2005. Hallelujah for that rooster. I can't believe you haven't done more homework, Jamie. Yet they're still riddled with disease in the EU, and that's why we have to know these things. So go to Brexit Watch, read Catherine McBride's full article. It's a fun read because it's full of detail, but the way she writes it is excellent. She's sort of like sticking it to them, but not. You need to know this stuff because Remainiacs won't listen, and there's a vote in Parliament next week about the agricultural policy, and believe me, we are more than protected with the Food Standards Agency. 5 of the leading world suppliers of food internationally are British. We do fine. Don't listen to people like Jamie bloody Oliver or the media, because they don't even tell you the truth. They're only telling you what they want you to know. It's not news anymore, it's opinion. It's, look, here's the 6 o'clock news and here's what we want you to think. Well, I don't want you to think it, and that's why I try and share the other side. But Brexit Watch, go to the Facebook page, they're on Twitter, they've got a web page, read Catherine McBride's full article, it'll blow your socks off.